this year's presentation night, and for the first time we've got the first team and the juniors under 21s, and I think that's brilliant because it brings the club together. And we've already seen, I think this season, 3 or 4 of the young lads have made it to the first team. To me, that's what it's about. From 6 years old, all the way through to the first team, given an opportunity, so that's brilliant. So, pleasure to have you at the 21s and juniors now tonight. We've got a lot to do this evening, a lot of presentations. We've got DJ Baz, who will be providing all the entertainment. We've got the junior presentations. We've got the first team presentations, we've got goal of the season, etc. After we've done the presentations, we've got our pie and peas supper, which is what you're all here for tonight, let's be honest, isn't it? Anyway, we'll get all that about 9 o'clock-ish, and we'll do a raffle as well. There's plenty of prizes up here to be won. So we'll get the night started, and I think we'll begin with the aforementioned under 21s for their presentation. To bring up the chairman Andy Hall and the secretary Matt Holland to deal with the under 21s presentation part of the evening. Come on, gentlemen.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thanks very much for coming along tonight. It's fantastic to see so many of you here, so thanks for that. Our first season is over, and it's been quite an interesting one, to be honest with you. So, I mean, our first game together as a team was against Lancaster at home on the first team pitch. So, you know, to say we started so late and to see where we've come to now is a real great achievement. I think we've got a player in the first team tonight who helps us on that night. Tom, I think you played in that night, didn't you? I'm glad we could help you, okay? Not a problem. So, you know, on the whole, it's been a good season. And what myself and Andy see as an achievement as coaches in a youth team setup is individual player development. And you know, I think with the proofs in the pudding with what we've done this season by getting 3 of our 21s minutes with the first team, which, you know, me and Andy are really proud of. So, under 21s, thanks for all your effort this year. You've done a great job with us. It's been a pleasure working with you. And to see you on the first team pitch on a Saturday afternoon is what we do it for, so thanks very much. Just a few thank yous before we start the awards. Obviously we'd like to thank Harry, Tony Cunningham and Andy Ed for giving us the opportunity to integrate with the first team this year. Obviously a massive thank you to Mark Fell, Scott Campbell, for giving us the support you've given us throughout the season and giving the lads the opportunity to represent the first team, so thanks very much. Campbell! And a massive thank you to the Rammy Ultras, who have been relentless in their support with us this season and have travelled us length and breadth of the county. And I know the lads really appreciate your support, so thanks very much to the Rammy Ultras. Now, just before we go on to the main awards, we've got Players Player, we've got Supporters Player, and we've got Player of to give out. But just before we get to that, a little acknowledgement of those that have graduated, as we may say, to the first team. Dean Hardy, Regan Jarrett, and Jack Corcoran. If you'd all like to just bob up a second. start with you, Paul. We'll start with you. You played 3 games for the first team towards the end of the season because Fero got himself suspended with that malicious assault against Wales. Yeah, that was terrible. That was really so Dino stepped in and despite the results, because I think we got beat 5-0, 5-0 and 4-0. Despite those results, I don't think anybody in this room who saw those games would say that those results reflected how well Dean played. You would. And you know, plenty of people have commented on how well he's done. But there might not be a lot of you in this room that know. Dino probably understands how Fero felt this season. Because you got sent off for Lancaster, didn't you, yourself? Yeah. So, you know, Dino, how do you think you felt about it?
I felt like he didn't get a red card, I should have knocked someone's head off like mine.
Well, you know, I've been speaking with Andy about this, and do we get you something to acknowledge your graduation to the first team, or do we not, or is that the prize itself? So Andy said, no, fuck him, that's Andy's fucking sausage. But I thought, we can't not do anything. So I've just got a couple of token things to give to you. Now, in that game that I just mentioned against Lancaster, Dino got sent off. I don't know if you want to explain why you got sent off. He's just said he was keeping his minutes a lot. But early on in the second half, Dino manages to get himself sent off. I don't know where he thinks he was, but it must have been about 30 yards outside his box. And he decides to handle the blow and gets himself sent off. So I thought, what could I do? What can I do to help him in the future? So what we've done is we've got in Dino's pocket football pitch map. And Dino, open that out for us, because I can't do that while I'm holding the microphone. So
Don't drop it.
Open that.
Yeah.
It's a map. Hold it up so you can see. It's a map of a football. And I've got a little pump. Just in case it gets lost in people. He knows where it is. If you do get lost in the future, I've got your little whistle. And a little light stick that you can wave about in case it gets lost. Okay. So keep those with you. Keep those with you. Alright. Nice one there. Thanks very much. Okay. Next up, we've got Regan. We've got Regan Jarrett, who is actually doing fantastic, especially our last one we played with Corcoran. Okay. Regan's actually,
But Regan's still even up the piss take, aren't you? As well as you could, that.
Regan, I don't know whether you know, but he's actually one of our youngest under 21s. He's only 17, was it in January? February? 17 in February? So he's still a little baby. But one thing you don't know about Regan is he can sniff out a Haribo from 100 paces. Okay? So I was thinking, what can I do for Regan? Well, he likes his Haribo. And I don't know whether you get Haribos for the first team, because we spoil it. Do you get Haribos? But anyway, what I thought I'd get you is a little lunch pack there. Okay? If you open that up, Regan, don't spill them. There's lots and lots of packs of Haribos there for you. Okay? And what you can do is you can take that with you on your first team travels, yeah? And never be away from the Haribos. Alright? So thanks very much for your welcome. Last but not least, we've got Mr. Jack Corcoran. Okay, Jack. Yeah, you should be. Jack made his first start for the first team, which was away at Hyde, which was a bit of a baptism of fire. wasn't it? Probably, playing against one of the best wingers in the league that night, so, God, it was tough, wasn't it? Yeah. Got turned inside out a little bit, didn't we? Yeah. How do you feel about that, mate? Yeah, it's tough. So, because you like getting your legs in a tangle and getting all twisted up and whatever, I thought, what can I get for you? I thought, again, twisted. That's for you, mate. Okay, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, our first team graduates. Right, we're going to move on to the main awards now. These have been kindly sponsored by AL Bioservices. So, tonight, please welcome Angelique and Steve to come and help us present the award. Right, we're going to start off with the players playing the season. So obviously we asked the players to nominate. We got actually six of our players were nominated. So in no particular order, well it is actually, so I'm going to start from the bottom. Right, here we go. Drum rolls, have we got drum rolls? No. Is he watching? Okay. Right. In joint third place, with 7% of the votes each, is Dean Hardy, Regan Jarrett, and Damian Colne. Okay. In joint second place, with 21% of the votes, is Jack Corcoran and Andy Rafferty. But our winner tonight, or players playing the season with 36% of the votes, is Matthew Woods, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight. So, can we give it somebody else? No? Yeah? No? Yeah. Well, we'll catch up with Matthew again. Right, charge him to. We're now going to move on to the supporters player of the season, which I think is a really important one, because that's who you're doing it for at the end of the day. We're an entertainment business, and the players out on the pitch are there to entertain. So it's nice to get nominated by the fans, even better to win it. So, in reverse order, in fourth place, with 6% of the votes, it's Dylan Kane.
Yes, Dylan!
In third place, with 12% of the votes, it's Ben Davis.
Yes, Dave!
In second place, it's our non-attendee tonight with 35% of the votes, Matthew Woods. But our winner tonight of Supporters Player of the Year with 47% of the votes is Dino! Dino, what do you want to say a few words?
Thanks to the supporters, come on you Rams.
Okay, our final award of the night, and the biggest one that we're giving out this season, is our player of the season. Okay? How this was decided upon was the 3 coaches of the team, and that's myself, Andy Hall and Sparky, aka Mark Ainsworth. We all picked our top three players. Okay? And we gave our first choice 3 points, our second choice 2 points, and our third choice 1 point. And whoever came out with the most points was simply the winner. Okay? So, in reverse order, in 4th place, Regan Jarrett. In joint 3rd place is Dean Hardy and Matt Woods. In 2nd place is Dylan Kane. But, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Player of the Year for 2017, give us a clap for Taylor Jones. Not that easy. Don't say a few words.
Great season. Thanks to the team, thanks for the support. Well done.
Well done, Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Under-21 Awards for 2017. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you next week.
Awards times. We've got supporters awards and we've got the club awards. So I'm going to get the supporters to do their presentations first, if I may. And we'll ask, I think it's Daz Colne is going to come up to do the first presentation. Where is he? He's at the bar. Just before we get Daz to do this, and he's going to do the Player of the Month for April Award, which is the final season's award. Just want to tell you that Daz, along with the man who's flashing in front of me at the moment, Frank Crook, have been to every match this season, including all the friendlies, and I think that is amazing. I would also have included in that little mention John Haslam, but he couldn't be bothered going to do Mills last August. Anyway, well done, you two. So, it's the Player of the Month for April, as always sponsored by the Irwell Works Brewery. And the Player of the Month for April, I think I'm right in saying he scored 5 goals in 3 matches, Ryan Salmon. You want to say a word, Ryan? Ryan? Ryan, do you want a word? Well done, Ryan Sam. Play with all for April, that was it. I'd like to get Angelique up next again to do the next presentation, please. As always, you thank Angie for your sponsorship. This one is for the club's top goal scorer this year. With 18 goals to his record, that's not bad, is it? Maybe we'll even get him to say a few words this time. Ryan Salmon. Would you like to say a few words, Ryan? No, this is he may not want to say anything, but at least he's calmed down after the Roscoe match. Right, next one is the goal of the season. Now, if anybody's not seen this compilation, it's wonderful. There are some superb goals in there. So, we're going to show this in 6.5 minutes worth of goals of the season before we announce the winner. So, sit back and enjoy. Superb stuff, there's some good goals in there, wasn't there, lads? Right, so we take the notes on those. I'm going to ask Steve Hurt to come up. Steve's done all the video for us this season. Brilliant job, Steve, thank you. Steve will present this to the winning goal of the season. Again, in reverse order, the third one was Grant Spencer's against Tadcaster. The second one was Josh Askew's against Mosley. And now the build-up. The winning goal of the season with his trusted left boot, Damian Regan Colne.
just like to say thank you for everyone who voted for the King for the goal of the season. Thank you.
Hello, Damian, brilliant. And the final word from the supporters, we're going to ask our columnist for the programme, Gareth Bird, to present this. Come on, Gareth. Come on, Gareth, everybody. Right, we've got number 3 voting for third place, and a very well done third place to Brad Roscoe. Sorry, this is the supporters player of the year. I'm sorry, did I not say that? Brad Roscoe third. In second place, Dean Stop. So as to who's won it, I haven't got a clue. Let's take the name off here. This is going to be the nice surprise for
Mr. Luke Thompson.
You don't actually take that one on, Luke.
Where's that top from?
Number 16. Come on.
Was it 2?
He's very shy. That's the supporters' awards for tonight. So thanks to the supporters club, and thanks to our winners. The team itself, I'd like to welcome up here your manager, Mark Fell.
Just a few words then. Obviously it's been I don't think it's a proper rugby season since there's a bit of drama involved, is there? So we've tried to keep to form. In terms of this season, obviously there's been some change at the club throughout the year, and I think obviously at this point this club needs some stability. In all seriousness, this club needs some stability. As Tony alluded to earlier, they had the misfortune of a relegation last season, and it was important that we sort of stabilised the club and maintained a decent position in the league. Obviously with the 4-point deduction, for me this club will always have finished mid-table, it will always have finished sort of 11th. The 4-point deduction for me didn't exist. It was an absolutely farcical decision from the FA. So we finished mid-table. The plan is obviously to try and deliver success back to this football club, and however we do that, it needs to happen as quickly as it possibly can with the foundations that we've already got, and we've got the foundations of an excellent playing staff here, there's no doubt about that for me. If we can add to that and we can put in the right sort of systems and the right structures, I've no doubt that we can bring success back to this club very, very soon, and that's the plan. There was a couple of real highlights for me, which I just wanted to go through. The first was, I think, our best performance of the season, which was the FA Trophy game against Redditch here. I thought we were absolutely brilliant. I thought it was the best performance that we had all season. We took a team from the division above and we destroyed them. And everything that we wanted to do that evening went for us, and I thought we were very, very good value for beating Redditch on the night. The second one for me was Colne Bay away for lots of different reasons. I think it showed the character that a club in this division, to do well in this division, you have to graft. There's no doubt about it. You've got to absolutely work your socks off. And I think that game for me showed lots of different things. First of all, it showed our quality. Our first goal, it's a great little takedown from Gaz. It's a half turn, it's a diagonal pass into Ryan, which just shows Gaz's quality and the fortune that we've had to have a player like I've said amongst our ranks this year. And then obviously he puts that into. And he puts that on a play, that little diagonal ball, puts it on a play for Ryan, who does the rest. He's done well this season, and his finish was superb that night, or that afternoon. The reason Colne Bay was so good for me was because it showed a few other things. One, we were under the cosh for a long period of the second half, and it's as good, and for me it was the sign of the season for us, but it was as good a goalkeeping display as you're ever going to see from Martin Bay. He was top class, and he was obviously a player that is important to this football club and will continue to be important to this football club moving forward, because you build your team around a solid structure and a solid spine, and having a goalkeeper like Martin at the club is a massive plus to us. And on that day, he was unbelievable, some of the saves he made to keep us in the game. Obviously, the benefit of keeping in the game is it gives you a chance to go on and win the game. And the reason Colne Bay was so good for me and such a game that I'll always remember was I was actually banned. I wasn't allowed in the dugout, so I was in the stand. And what happened was we were under the cosh for so long in the second half, as many of you were there. And again, we sort of, because we stayed in the game, we gave ourselves a chance to win the game. And I think it was Greeny or Stotty that played a diagonal ball. Ryan won the knockdown, which is one most of this season. And the reason it was so special is because we'd had Josh Askew for a couple of months. And I know everyone values Josh's contributions to this football club. With us for a real short period of time, but made a massive impact on us. And the fact that it was Josh's last game, and the fact that it was the 92nd minute, when Ryan wins that little knock on and Josh goes through one-on-one, and when he hit the back of the net, it was probably one of the best feelings I've had in football, because the celebration and the fact that I got to go in with the supporters for a little bit, which never happens. For me, it was just a fantastic occasion. We travelled all that way, we had a great journey home, and for me, those two moments, those two games, certainly the Colne Bay, were the real highlights of the season for me. I'm very proud to be the manager of this football club, and the plan is to move this football club up to the next level as quickly as we possibly can do. A couple of thanks from me. Obviously, my thanks to the players that have played for us, all 58 of them, or something like that have played for us throughout the season, and it's good that we've got a nucleus of those players still with us and moving forward into next season as well. Obviously to Harry, Tony and Andy and the rest of the committee for their ongoing support. I think on behalf of the players, and I know that the players will express their thanks as well, but from my perspective, on behalf of the players, I thank you to those supporters who come with us home and away, and still sing their songs and support us all the way through good and bad. Their contribution, your contribution is invaluable to us. I cannot express what a difference you guys make when you're on top form, you're singing your songs. Corcoran Bay, for example, it is a massive. But you do make a massive difference to us, and I think that needs to be recognised. A couple of recognitions from me and from the rest of the lads who've signed these. Obviously, as Tony said earlier, we've got two supporters who've been to every game. That's no mean feat. 42 games in the season, plus your friendlies and everything else around. Plus 53 in total. Can't you tell he was there? But yeah, I'd like to obviously to show our appreciation for them and for them to come up. So Dark Side Dance is his best morning. And Frankie Beckett, two fantastic supporters in this great performance. There's a couple of people for me that I'd like to thank. Because they make a big contribution, I think, to this football club, and they've certainly helped us out. I'll never forget, we went to Scarborough in when did we go to Scarborough? Earlier on in the season, August. It wasn't October, I think. Thanks, guys. And we went to Scarborough, and we had a problem with our camera. And obviously we employ a performance analyst, which is very important to us. So we had a problem with the camera, and I'll never forget that Steve came over afterwards and said, what's the issue with the camera? We said, listen, it hasn't worked, blah, blah. I said, I'll tell you what, Mark, I'll buy you a camera. And you know what? That makes a massive difference to me. Just to make sure we've got the right equipment, the right things to do our job to the best of our ability. And for me, Angie and Steve have been fantastic for the football club. I know they've obviously sponsored the stand within the season as well. But those little touches make a huge difference. And it would be absolutely remiss of me not to thank Angie and Steve. I've got a little gift for you here if you want to come up for your ongoing support of the football club. I was to present the Young Player of the Year award as well. So we decided that we wanted a Young Player of the Year award because we've had a lot of players that have, as Matt said earlier, come up from the 21s. But we've also had when we say established, players within the first team who are less than sort of 21, 22 years old. And for me, there was only really one winner of this award because we've had a young player who came out of an academy and grew and grew and grew all the way through the season. They're a big part of our plans going forward as well. So I think it would be remiss of us not to recognise the contribution that this young man has made, still at the tender age of 19 years old. But the Young Player of the Year for Ramsbottom United is Brad Roscoe. And I've just got last bits to, I obviously don't want to be as long as Matt and Andy were up here. So just a couple of last bits for me. I think obviously at a football club like Ramsbottom, we've got lots of unsung heroes, lots of people who do things to support the club and to help us out. And I think it's important that it's really important that we recognise the support and the help that people give us on a match day or during the week or whatever. And for me, obviously the girls have run the tea bar and do the game and that sort of thing. So if we can have Emma, Sophie and Lisa just to come forward and see that. And that's pretty much it for me. The only thing I would finish on is that it's important to remember we've got an unbelievable football club here. We've got a great set of supporters. We've got a great set of players that will work hard for this football club and move it to the next level, no doubt. The message from me is that I want everybody to sort of come together, to work hard towards next season. Let's take this club as far as we possibly can. Thank you. Players player. So I've got the pleasure of announcing the Players Player of the Year. I think for me it's the most important award of the evening. I think it's a recognition from fellow players of an individual's hard work. We've got I took the votes for this, and I know that it was very, very close. There was clear recognition for the hard work that a significant amount of our players will put in. There's not actually, there's 10 or 12 players that have come all the way through the season with us, but the nature of non-league football is that you win as you go. But I think the Players Player of the Year award is a very special thing for that person and should be enjoyed. It's a real privilege to receive that award, and it's from your peers. And there could be no better award from that. So the Players Player for 2016-17 is Luke Thompson. And finally, I will get off in a minute. And finally, again, it would be remiss of us not to celebrate one of the players with probably one of the best playing careers that we've seen play at Ramsbottom. It was a privilege for him to work with us this year. I think a player that plays the amount of football league games that this player has done, and the amount of influence he's had over our playing squad is undoubted. He has the absolute respect of absolutely every player, every member of staff that we have. And the fact that he's finishing his career at Ramsbottom is a testament, I think, to the football club, and the fact that he lives up the road. It was a fitting tribute for him to finish his career with us. We've got a small memento for him as part to remember his time here at Ramsbottom. I know he's going to still have an active part in our club. I'm sure we'll see him at many games in the future. But for me and the players certainly, and I know the supporters will echo these thoughts. It's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to have Gareth Seddon with us this season. to you, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? It's just, it's obviously come to a time when, you know, I am ready to retire. I've had, you know, I have had a brilliant life and a career in football. I've never been the best player. You know, but I've always thought I've worked hard, and I've always enjoyed myself. And you know, this year it has been a little bit disappointing for myself because I really wanted to finish on a high, and I really wanted to finish my career at Ramsbottom. And after Christmas, you know, I had a lot of things going on off the pitch, and kind of like my priorities kind of changed, and I lost my focus a little bit. And you know, we didn't finish the season as well as we could have done, and me personally, you know, I didn't as well. But honestly, like throughout my career, I've met some amazing people. You know, not just friends in football and teammates, but you know, people behind the team at the football clubs. You know, and I've got loads and loads of great memories and friends in football, and you know, I think the players will admit, you know, we kind of let Felly down this year. Kind of let the football club down after Christmas. Felly's been amazing. You know, I can't say that he hasn't. It's very, very rare that I've met a manager who's as passionate, and he has given the players every single thing that we need, from training to video clips to looking after us to everything. We've had no excuse, and I think the players will admit that we the second half of the season we let him down. You know, he's an amazing manager, and I hope we keep him on next year. But for me, you know, I am ready to finish. I have had a brilliant career, and I just want to thank everybody who's been involved with every single club that I've been at, the friends that I've met, and obviously the people that's been involved with Rami. You know, and it's been a privilege to finish my career here, so I just want to thank you.
That's second goal.